Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Today's series we are going to discuss about what Waqf is all about. As all of us know, Waqf is an Arabic term and the equivalent in English is the term which usually being used is endowment. And I believe that many of us, we are quite familiar with the term endowment or Waqf. You see, and if we look into the history of Islam, Waqf have really played a significant role, you see, in developing a lot of infrastructure, in providing solution to many calamities, I would say, as well as in fulfilling the need of the public. However, lately we can see that the role that Waqf have played has been reduced significantly, perhaps because the exposure related to Waqf is not as prevalent as it was in the past. But I believe that it is very important for us to ensure that we bring back, you see, the prosperity related to Waqf. And I believe that if all of us contribute to Waqf, then it will really bring, great benefit to the society. And at INCEIF, of course, we are promoting this concept of Waqf in order for us to provide the avenue for the public in order for them to contribute specifically in assisting us to provide better education for our students and also for the public at large. So let me begin by discussing about what Waqf is all about. Now, Waqf or endowment, basically, it is a term that usually being referred to religious endowment, and it is a voluntary or irrevocable dedication of one's wealth or a portion, whether it is in kind or in cash, you see. And the uniqueness about Waqf is that whenever a person provides something for endowment or Waqf, then the ownership of it will be transferred, you see, from the person to, of course, under the current setup that we have, it is being managed by the manager that is given the authority to manage Waqf. That is one. The second one is that the nature of Waqf is that it is perpetual in nature, meaning that an asset has been given out for Waqf, then it cannot be retracted, and the ownership has gone out from the person's ownership into what we term as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ownership. So ownership as well as the nature of it is perpetual. Now, when it comes to what is the difference between, sometimes there might be certain confusion between what Waqf is all about, and there are other terms that is being used in Islam, such as sadaqah, for example. If you look into Waqf, basically Waqf is wider in context compared to other instruments that we have in Islam. You see where Waqf, as I mentioned, it is something which is given out, and the scope of Waqf is unlimited, where we can provide, you see, cash, kind and whatnot. And also I think the special feature, as I mentioned earlier on, is that it is perpetual in nature, and those people who are managing the asset, they cannot sell it, you see. So that is the special feature of Waqf. In contrast, if we look into sadaqah, of course, sadaqah is an act of charity where we give certain asset, whether it is in the form of money or in any other form, to another person, and that person will own whatever that is given to the person. It is an act of charity which is very much encouraged, you see, but the ownership will be transferred to the other person the recipient of sadaqah, and of course, the person will have all the right to do whatever, you see, to retain the asset, to sell it off and whatnot. So that is the main difference between Waqf and also sadaqah.